right. Welcome. Welcome to episode uno, dos, tres, cuatros. Cuatros of the Tired Gents podcast. I'm still riding solo. I'm hoping. I'm praying. I'm rubbing my hands and just praying to the holy gods of Connor McDavid that my co-host Ryan Taylor, Gus MCMT on Instagram, make sure you follow that, joins me on Friday. That's 2 days away. That'll be our debut together. But in the meantime, happy St. Patrick's Day. I got some Seahawk green, little blang. Got to do it. Why? I don't know, because we don't want to get pinched. But anyways, let's get to it. Oilers. Oh my goodness. 7-3 winners tonight. Mike Smith picks up the win. Mike Smith. Attaboy. To be honest, it was one of those nights with the Tired Gents theme. I had to take care of the kids. Megan Jamie, aka wife, came home. Talked a little bit upstairs. I think we were up like 2-1, 3-1. I'm like, I hope. I go downstairs. And I went downstairs and I shouted, "We're up 7-1. Because of course we are. So I just want to highlight some stats. Mike Smith picking up the big win. 909 save percentage through a 5 GAA. Not too bad. 33 shots against, 30 saves. Solid performance. Probably going to keep Koskinen out of the net for the time being. Could we see Alex Stalock? Could we see Alex Stalock in the next couple games? Maybe. I don't know. How are we going to shed that Chiarelli Koskinen contract? I don't know. Thank you for the Draisaitl. Thank you for the McDavid. But no thank you for Koskinen contract. Let's take a look. McDavid, 1 goal, 2 assists. Nurse, 1 goal, 1 assist. Nugie, 1 goal, 1 assist. Pool Party, 1 goal, 1 assist. Scroll down a little bit. Tyson Barrie, oh my goodness, 4 assists. Shout out Earl. Solid trade from the Christopher Laurie. Dry. 3 assists. Keeping my Cobra Dry team alive for the chip. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But all in all, it was a solid win. Good rebound win for the Oil. I don't know. Looking forward to that next game. What are we going to see? Oh, my goodness. Tomorrow. Oh, my goodness. Playing the Jets. 7 p.m. That's a big matchup. Scheifele. Hellebuck. O'Connor? Connor? Do we call him O'Connor? It's St. Patrick's Day? I don't even know. But it's starting to narrow down a little bit. I think my picks right now, top 4, got to go Oilers, got to go Leafs, got to go Jets, and Habs? Got to say Habs. So Flames, Canucks, Sens left in the dark. Sorry, fellas. Sorry. Shameless plug. Our unofficial sponsor of the episode are West Kelowna Warriors. Still looking for the adult size mug, but in the meantime, still does the trick. So Oilers, yeah, nothing really souring other than the last few minutes. Sure, the Flames got a few goals there, but McDavid looking good, Dry back on track, Nurse and Barrie, Cassian back in the lineup. Oh, gotta mention the Lucic and Neal deal. So let's break it down. Lucic plays about 15 minutes tonight. He goes -3. It's not good unless you're in the CLIT. I don't want to say it on air, but it's the Chris Laurie Invitational Tournament. I'd love to be -3 after a few holes. But in the NHL terms, that's not a good thing. Luch, sorry, bud. Neil, on the other hand, moved to the taxi squad for strategy purposes. We bring in Cass. He scores a goal. He plays just over 14 minutes. He's on the plus side. I call it a win. I call it a win. You can argue with me, but you're going to have to follow us at the Tired Gents podcast. You can see it up there at Tired Gents on Twitter, at The Real Mr. Brain on Twitter. You got Gus MCNT on Instagram. Oh my goodness. He's going to shred me when he gets here on Friday. But anyways, Oilers rule, the rest rule. We can move on. We haven't done this yet in the, 4 episodes. This is the 4th. But I want to talk a little wrestling. It's important. Wrestling saves lives. I'm a huge advocate of wrestling. I'm a teacher, if you didn't know that, and I talk to the students all the time about, are you watching Raw? Are you watching SmackDown? Are you watching AEW? Are you watching any kind of wrestling? Backyard wrestling, doesn't matter. Are you wrestling at home on the trampoline? Wrestling saves lives. It's just amazing. So I just wanted to touch base on the state of wrestling, in my opinion. IMO for the young people here. Maybe they're going to tune in at some point. But AEW was tonight. Solid episode. I love what they're doing with Moxley and Eddie Kingston, kind of putting them together as, you know, the barroom brawlers, so to speak. They got the Bullet Club going hard. They got the Young Bucks kind of pulling back from the Bullet Club. They're mentioning the Bullet Club and that whole, like, fourth wall kind of thing. You know what I mean if you follow wrestling. On the other end, you got Raw and SmackDown. WWE, Vince McMahon, he's a billionaire. And right now, all I'm doing is following Raw and SmackDown online. Shout out Raja.com. It's tough to watch. It's uninspiring. It's lackluster. They don't push the right guys. They kind of hold down the young people. I love NXT. But as soon as they bring up NXT guys to the main roster, it just seems like they get absolutely buried. Kind of like Boykins in MHL, but don't worry, that topic's coming up. Yeah, so it's tough. Like, I love wrestling in general. The bucket list is to take the kids to WrestleMania and to be there in person. But right now, it's like, I want to be in person for AEW. I want to take my kids down to Jacksonville with Tony Khan and crew. Enjoy some of that with Chris Jericho, the Inner Circle, MJF, and what he's doing there with the new Four Horsemen. And it's incredible. It's a company that's been around for not even a year and a bit, competing with a company that's been around for to the end of time. And yeah, they win the Wednesday Night Wars, but right now, they got me hooked. I got no interest in Raw and SmackDown. I'll read the reports, but AEW is where I'm at. So I don't know where you're at. You can always hit us up at Tired Gents Podcast, or myself at The Real Mr. Brain, or Gus MCT, because we love wrestling. It's what we grew up on. I had the Hulk Hogan wrestling buddy. We took the stuffed animals on the trampoline. We did the Stone Cold Stunners, and we did the Tombstone Pile Drivers. And and we did the choke slams, and we did all of that stuff, and we still love it. And we're getting old, but that's all right. We live vicariously through our kids. But remember, don't try this at home. That's the big saying. But I look forward to talking a little bit more about wrestling in future episodes. But this was just like a little splash in the pond. But we got to move on. More importantly, to the MHL. Commissioner, the Jizza. Funny enough, I'm just going to pull up some stats here. Sorry, everybody. The Jizza was he was hot. Not gonna lie, he was on a hot streak, but it's coming to an end. He's on a 2-game losing streak. He's only got 323 points for. Larry's on his tail. Myself, Cobra Dry, and 50-07, and Grabner Tits and Donkey Punch, and Kootenay Maple Leafs. We're all 4-4. We're like hot on the trail. But after this week, it's gonna shake out a little bit. So let's just talk a little bit about what's going on. So first of all, dear God, Lord have mercy on the Kootenay Maple Leafs. Currently 26-18. We've got a projected score of 69. Borat would say, very nice. It's at 48. That's 21 points. 21 points, Boykins. I'm going to beat you by. That's not cutting it in the M. But good job. You'll move on. Probably not to playoffs, but just keep retooling that roster. In bigger news, the Jizza slated to lose to Grabner Tits. Solid. But in the most important matchup, I'd say right now, the 9th place seed, Christopher Laurie, a.k.a. Alexis, Texas. Right now, projected 57 to Larry McDavid, a.k.a. Ryan Taylor, a.k.a. Tay, a.k.a. Taylor, a.k.a. Hope you had a good sleep last night. You're only projected for 50 points. Good Lord, you have McKinnon and McDavid. And so many tools. Like, what is going on with you, man? What is going on? But the league goes on. The chat goes silent. But Cobra Dry is always there to stir the pot. So that's our MH chat for the couple of days since I last talked about it. Excited. We're getting close to the end of the week. We're getting close to playoffs, and just keep on flexing on that entire league. Got the best pickups. I got the best players. I want all the trades. Come at me. Come at me, MH. Just come at me. But most of all, follow me. Follow us at Tired Gents, at The Real Mr. Brain, and Gus MCT. Let's wrap it up. You know, last episode, we talked a little about dad hacks. It's important, you know, when you venture down that road. You have that little gaffer. It's that little bundle of joy, twinkle in your eye. But you still got to have fun. Most importantly, you still got to sleep. And again, this is the Tired Gents podcast. So here is the dad hack of the week. When your little mafk, little boy, little girl, gets of that age where you got to start investing in a bed, I'm going to say don't go the single route. Don't do it. That's like Willy Wonka style. He wouldn't have just limited the kids to the candy. He let them have all the candy in the world. So don't have a single bed. You got to have like the full bed, and you got to splurge. You have to get a mattress that suits your needs, because let's be honest, in those first few years, you're not sleeping in your own bed. There's going to be kids going the whole musical chair routine. They're coming to your bed. You got to go back to their bed. They got leg cramps. They got this. They got a tummy ache. They got a nightmare. So what's most important is you test a bed for yourself and then you buy it for your kid. Because when you read them the story, you want to put your head down to sleep at night, it's been a hard week, you just do a little shutsy bo butsy action and you are out like a light. And it's great. You don't feel bad about it. There's no remorse, even from the missus or your partner. You can't get mad. You went to sleep with your kids. You read them a story and all that jazz. So my advice to all the new fathers out there and moms, you gotta get your kid's bed suited to your needs because you're gonna sleep in that bed and it's gonna be a great sleep. So with that being said, I got to get to sleep a little bit here. My family is sleeping upstairs as we speak, but I'm excited. It's 2 more days till my co-host allegedly joins me on the podcast. That'll be in episode number 5 Alive. I'm excited. I hope you are too. I can only imagine where we're going to be in another year or so, but we'll make these episodes available on our website. You can follow Tired Gents Podcast at Tired Gents on Twitter. You can follow me at The Real Mr. Brain on Twitter. You can follow my co-host Ryan Taylor, Gus MCT on Instagram. He's still working on our Tired Gents Instagram, so I can't really shout that out right now. But in the meantime, I want to remind you to take care of yourselves. Love each other. Take care of each other. Wash your hands. Sanitize when necessary. Wear a mask if they require. Wear green on St. Patrick's Day. Always cheer for the Oilers. Go Oilers, go. Know that Connor McDavid is the GOAT of the NHL. And until next time, friends, keep your sticks on the ice, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.